We've got a question from Passaporn. Passaporn says, we're at the Mount Gravatt Gardens complex. If we want to install a new fence at the back of our property, not in between the complex neighbours, are we allowed to go ahead with colour-bond type of fencing? Do we have to submit any forms for this project? So this is an interesting question. It's from an individual lot owner, so I assume the lot owner is asking about a rear fence of the back of their own lot, and they're not talking about a new fence for the entire body corporate property. So with fencing, the fencing principles within a body corporate generally are the same as those within normal housing developments. So if you're an owner of a townhouse or a house development and you have a fence that separates your lot or your backyard from a neighbour's backyard, the responsibility for that fence is generally 50-50. If you're talking about upgrading a fence from maybe a timber fence to a colour-bond fence, that generally requires the approval of both neighbours. So if you're in a body corporate community and the fences between, lot 1 and lot 2 generally would require both neighbours to agree on the type of fence. In addition to that, the body corporate bylaws may stipulate the appearance of fencing. So if your body corporate has a bylaw that says all fences must be a 6-foot pine timber fence, well, you probably would need to get approval from the body corporate, not to pay the cost of the fence work, but to approve the design of the fence work. And you will often see the body corporate developments, as they age, will change their bylaws or change their guidance for things like fencing upgrades, so that there can be a new standard of fence which maybe is preferable in terms of maintenance or having a longer lifespan, and allow owners to progressively replace fencing with the new type of fence, so that over time the entire body corporate in theory would be upgraded from maybe timber to colour-bond. In this particular case, from the context of the question, it looks like at the back of the property there may not be anything on the other side. So if on the other side of the property is like a council area or a nature reserve, or is the road, so the footpath, in that case the fence would probably also form the boundary of the body corporate site as a whole, which makes that outside main perimeter fence the body corporate's responsibility. So even though a lot owner might like it to be upgraded, the outside perimeter fencing of a body corporate area of land is the body corporate's responsibility to both decide how and when to replace it and to pay the cost.